This devil had stolen many generous souls, but a dog mocked him in an incredible way to save his master. Many years ago, in the deep woods, a dark being fed on kind souls and sent out his little devils, turned into adorable pets, to conquer more human souls. Nearby, in an imposing mountain range, lived Sebastian, a young shepherd with an adventurous spirit and a kind heart. Sebastian took care of a small flock of sheep, from which he got the wool and meat needed to survive. His loyal companion was Tobi, a wise and protective dog. Together they shared the solitude of the mountains and provided each other with companionship. One day, surprisingly, a mysterious cat with black fur and bright green eyes appeared at his home. It was a beautiful and adorable cat. Sebastian couldn't help but feel happy about the new company and didn't hesitate to give it affection and care. However, the little kitten, which Sebastian decided to call Menino, showed a peculiar attitude, being haughty and seeming to disdain the pets and cuddles of his new owner, although sometimes he acted affectionate. Despite the distance from other homes, Sebastian assumed the little cat had crossed vast deserts to reach his home, which stirred feelings of compassion in him, and so he decided to take care of it. Days later, the three of them, Sebastian, Tobi, and Menino, formed a kind of family, although it was sometimes tough to put up with Menino's arrogance, who strutted around as if he completely ignored them. Sebastian understood that the kitten might be acting that way because he had been abandoned, and he hoped that over time his attitude would change. Tobi, for his part, was no dumb dog. He realized that there was something strange about Menino's behavior, something he didn't like, but he couldn't figure out what it was. A few weeks after Menino showed up, Tobi noticed that the cat disappeared from the house every night, just when Sebastian fell asleep. This struck him as odd, since Sebastian fed Menino well with mutton, so there was no need for him to go out hunting mice. One night, Tobi heard a strange noise, went outside, and saw the cat. He then decided to carefully follow Menino. The cat led him to a dark forest, and there he vanished. Tobi sneaked closer, and to his surprise, he discovered that a little imp was approaching a large, dark being. This imp seemed ready to have a conversation with the large, dark entity. Tobi couldn't understand what they were saying, but he had no doubt that this imp was Menino. The imp was clearly telling the dark and malevolent being, in exchange for a soul, "I want you to stop disturbing me. Let me sleep peacefully." The dark being, showing its horrible teeth, replied, "So be it." Tobi, before being discovered, hurried back home to avoid raising suspicion. At dawn the next day, before the cat could hear them or suspect anything, Tobi took Sebastian to a secluded spot away from the house. There, with a trembling voice, he revealed the cat's betrayal that happened at night. "Master, the cat has made a pact with a dark and malevolent being to steal your soul." Sebastian, wide-eyed, couldn't believe what he was hearing. "How is that possible?" he asked, scared. "Today is Tuesday, and by evening that evil being will come for you to take your soul," Tobi explained. Sebastian's mind was racing. He didn't know what to do. "What do I do now?" he asked, gesturing impatiently. "You have to get rid of the cat as soon as possible, Master," Tobi suggested firmly. Even though Sebastian hated the idea of hurting the cat, he knew his life was at stake, so mustering up his courage, he decided to follow Tobi's advice. That same afternoon, before Menino could suspect anything, Sebastian caught him off guard with a precise hit to the neck, and once he was down on the floor, he transformed into the little devil. Sebastian was really frightened. Then Sebastian and Tobi got ready to face the evil being. They left the little devil's body on the path leading to the house as a warning for the dark entity. As night fell, a cold, penetrating wind swept through the fields, and then, in the darkness of night, the evil being appeared. His figure shone with a light of its own, and his horns rose imposingly from his head. It was the devil, for sure. He was walking towards the house when suddenly he stumbled upon the lifeless body of his little imp. "Oh no, they've both been killed," the evil being exclaimed, surprised to find he wouldn't have the help of his little demon to face Tobi's 2009. The dark creature approached the house with determination and anger. At the door, Tobi waited, barking loudly, while Sebastian, shaking with fear inside the house, prayed and asked God to give strength to his dog to protect him. Tobi leaped fiercely at the devil as he was about to open the door. The struggle between the devil and the dog went on for several minutes. The devil realized that it would be impossible to devour the young shepherd with Tobi as an obstacle. "What can I do to get you to let me pass and take your master's soul?" the devil asked. The dog was also scared, but he felt a spark of courage in his heart and mind, and with that, a clever idea struck him. "All right, let's make a bet," replied Tobi. "If you win, you can take Sebastian's soul, but if you lose, you have to leave the way you came." "What's the bet?" asked the devil. "It's simple," Tobi answered. "You just have to count how many hairs I have all over my body. If you give me the exact number before dawn, you win. If not, you lose." Confident, the devil accepted the bet. "All right, let's start counting," said the devil, and so he began counting Tobi's hairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At that moment, Tobi wagged his tail, causing the devil to lose count. "Don't move," the devil shouted, annoyed. "Sorry, it's just that one of my fleas bit me," Tobi apologized. The devil, resigned, started counting again. 1234, 5,678. He quickly counted the countless hairs on Tobi, but halfway through, Tobi moved again, and the devil lost track once more. "Why did you move now?" the devil complained. "You are pulling on one of my hairs," Tobi replied. The devil, already furious, started counting again. 123, 456, 789, 10. But once again, Tobi moved, and the devil lost count. "Enough! Don't move anymore," the devil yelled, but Tobi kept wriggling for various reasons. He was out of breath, his hands were going numb, and so on. Time passed until finally, dawn broke. The devil, furious, realized he had lost the bet. "Damn you, dog," the devil thought. With no time to lose, the devil rose and left, resigned, unable to take Sebastian's soul. That's how Tobi saved his master. From that day on, Sebastian felt deep gratitude and love for his dog, and together they continued sharing their days in the mountains, praying and thanking God. This tale teaches us to always pay attention to the signs and behaviors of others, and not to let our emotions cloud our judgment. Distrust, even towards those we consider close, can be a valuable tool to protect ourselves from potential harm. But watch out, cats are cute. But remember, there are wolves in sheep's clothing. If you enjoy these stories, be happy because there are many more on this list.